Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be bringing you a Warlock build that is honestly underrated. I don't see really anyone running this sort of build in the game. However, it is really sort of overpowered for sort of end game and obviously sort of just random activities like strikes. But even end game, it's a really well-rounded class that will help you and your fire team. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video. You guys have been smashing 150 likes, so let's see if we can keep that up. And not only that, currently as I'm making this video, we're 9 subs away from that 40k milestone, which is absolutely insane. I can't believe the progress we've made over the past month with these builds. I do really appreciate it, and as Lightfall comes, hopefully we can get to that 50k milestone, so let's see. But with that said, let's jump straight into today's video. Massive shout out to Blazing Boost for sponsoring today's video. It is coming to the end of the season and Lightfall is just around the corner, so if you're struggling to get any gear, make sure to check these guys out. They offer a Sherpa service. Plus with the Nightfall, the Grandmasters coming out, it's a really handy site to have if you guys are struggling. Not only that, it does have a Trustpilot of over 30,000 reviews with 5 stars. If you do use code Unstoppable at checkout, you will get a 5% discount. I'll also leave a link in the description that'll take you straight there. So the Warlock build that we are running today is the Stormcaller. Now we're using Chaos Reach because it is the best super for this build, so make sure you have that on. Then we are running Healing Rift. Honestly, if you're playing endgame, Healing Rift is crucial, and to be honest, out of the two, I've always preferred it myself. And for the next one, we're using Burst Glide. Now, it's up to sort of what jump, it won't affect it, whatever you're sort of used to, use. Then we are using Chain Lightning and Storm Grenades, because they are the best ones to use right there. And for this aspect, we are running Electrostatic Mind. Defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets create an Ionic Trace. Collecting Ionic Trace makes you amplified. So we're going to be getting quite a few things from this build. And for the second one, we're using Arc Soul. This is crucial for the build, so make sure you do have this on. As you can see, cast your Rift to create an Arc Soul that fires at targets in front of you. Allies can pass through your Rift to get an Arc Soul. It's just a well-rounded sort of end game thing. Anyone in your Rift will get an Arc Soul, so it's even more DPS. Now for the fragments, we're running Spark of Recharge. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerate more quickly, which is really good because we are going to need that grenade up as much as we can. Then we do have Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. Then we do have Spark of Shock. Your arc grenade jolts targets, and Spark of Vaults finishers make you amplified, which is another really good one. So there, that is the class done. Weapon wise, what is good about this build is you can use anything you want. So if you need to, obviously use your anti-barrier, your overload, that sort of thing. Now moving on to the stats wise. Now I have struggled honestly with this Warlock build for stats. However, try and get 100 resilience and recovery. To be honest, your grenades, you don't really need it that often, but it will help if you guys can get them triple 100. Now the build I am running isn't obviously 100, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, try and get that 100. I'd have to swap a few pieces. But like I said, I never ever really play my Warlock. And for this certain build, I just can't seem to get it higher. But they're the stats I do recommend. Now, moving on to the helmet, what we do have is a Resilience mod, Linear Fusion Rifle Ammo Finder, Harmonic Siphon, and Bountiful Wells. So there's going to be a few ways we can run this build, and I'll show you how. So with the Bountiful Wells, what we're doing, Elemental Well mods that cause you to spawn Elemental Wells can now stack. So we're pretty much stacking our wells there. Now one thing that is going to make this class, this build super good is this right here, Getaway Artist. Now this sort of exotic, I've never used it, but it is a really good one and I don't see many people using it. So if you do press your grenade, convert your arc grenade into an arc soul and become amplified. The arc soul functions as an autonomous turret. So pretty much if we just use our grenade, we're going to have unlimited sort of arc souls, and honestly it does a lot of damage, especially for them sort of grandmasters, that sort of thing, where you are going to need a lot of DPS. It's just constantly bonus DPS throughout, and not only that, as you cast your rift, you'll be getting your healing, and it's just a well-rounded build. Now, like I said, it is going to vary whatever activity you are doing, but for a good one, a resilience mod, overload, focusing strike, so grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee attack, and well of utility, picking up avoid elemental well grants you additional class ability energy, so we're going to be getting as well back real quick. Now let me quickly put on what we need for this build. Now as you can see, I can sort of change it about. It's totally up to you, but I do recommend running this right here, a resilience mod with 2 energy diffusion substrate. Now it is important for me because obviously my resilience isn't 100. However, these do actually give you like a 5% resilience buff, so you're going to be taking 5% off each one, so on top of your resilience, which is really good. And I've done a video on that if you guys want to see how this mod actually works. And then we do have wells of utility. Picking up avoid elemental well grants you additional class ability energy, so we've pretty much stacked that with them two, which makes it even faster. Then we do actually have a resilience mod, linear fusion rifle scavenger, better already. Your health begins to regenerate immediately after picking up an orb of power, and well of tenacity, picking up avoid elemental well reduces the damage you take. And then for the final one, what we do have is a resilience mod, lucent finisher, so that we can get our heavy back by using finishers. Perputation reduces class ability cooldown when using your class ability, and reaping wellmaker. After activating your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns a void elemental well. So as we spawn our well, the next kill will drop them void orbs, so then we can obviously get our perks for well of utility and well of tenacity, which is really, really good. And obviously we're just stacking it as much as we can right there. So that's pretty much the build. All you really want to be doing is consuming your grenade, popping your well, and that is pretty much how you will get unlimited Arc Souls. And I'll show you how it works right now. But if you guys are new, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, try this build out. It's a really easy one to craft, and I hope you guys do enjoy.